ball.
Oh yeah, we should get Izzy's ball, huh? You ready for a ball, Izzy? Which one should we pick? There's going to be slim pickings up here. That one's broken. We'll do this one. Is this a good one?
Yes. Izzy.
You ready?
Yeah.
Oh, Izzy's so ready.
I'm ready too. Paul wants to come out.
Paul wants to come out too, huh?
That was a good throw.
Well, thank you. That was very nice of you to say.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep. Good morning, friends. It is Wellness Wednesday today, and I was thinking towards sitting down to do my video, and Levi was begging me to go play outside, and so I figured what better thing to do than do a Wellness Wednesday outside with Levi. What? What?
Left over there.
The bucket?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you better clean it up. Where do you want to go? You want to go up to the swing and check out that mud for your trucks, or go to the pond and check out that mud for your trucks? Okay. I would love to help you push you.
Yeah, but Izzy can't swing.
No, that would be so silly.
Yeah.
She just wants to play with her ball.
Yeah.
I am so excited for upcoming sunnier weather with the spring. The daffodils are starting to bloom and the sun's coming out every once in a while. Still rainy a lot of the time, but these little peaks of sunshine are so nice. I'm so looking forward to summer. So as far as this Wellness Wednesday, I just thought I'd give you an update on week 1 of my PrOMAD experiment. I think names like this are so funny, and I always laugh at myself when I use them, but it serves a purpose. So PrOMAD, protein OMAD, which if you didn't watch my video from last Thursday, I'll just give a real quick nutshell of what it is that I'm doing. But that video last week tells all the details. Basically, instead of doing full lean days and alternating with regular days, I'm switching it up to making my meals either lean or higher fat. So it's kind of actually similar to the THM plan, where they have the fuel pull meals that are low fat and low carb, and then they have S meals that are low carb and high fat. And those are the two basically that I'm doing. I'm not doing what they have for the high carb, low fat meals. Those are the E meals. And I'm not doing those at all. So basically what I'm trying to do is 2 fuel pull meals per day, keeping the protein really high and the fat and the carbs really low. And then my OMAD, my one regular meal of the day, is a low carb, higher fat meal. So I put out a what I eat in a day video yesterday that gives you kind of an idea of what that looks like. I did breakfast and lunch, low fat, psmf, lean, whatever you want to call it, just low carb and low fat, but of course high protein, because what else is there if you're low carb and low fat? And then my dinner for the day was a higher fat, still lower carb, and still high protein meal. You want to go to the pond? Yeah. Okay, we can. I do. Let's go. Whoa, Izzy. The mud by the pond is the best mud on the whole property. Levi always has to come to the best mud to play with his trucks. What is it? The mud?
I'm going to try it.
Okay, sounds awesome.
Yeah, but I don't want them to float away.
Yeah, don't float away. So I really started slow with the PrOMAD idea. And basically the first 2 or 3 days, I just made a protein sparing or a lean breakfast and then had a regular lunch and dinner, just kind of easing myself into it. I don't like to do extreme changes anymore. I used to be one where I'd, do the diet thing where you eat everything in the house the day before and then you try to go super, super strict. So it's like this really huge pendulum swing from one thing to the other. But that just never turned out well for me, so I have just tried to ease into things when I make changes. So that worked out really well, just starting with the lean breakfast, and then as I felt more acclimated, I added in the lean lunch, And then that's been going pretty well. So what I found the first couple of days that I did the 2 lean meals is that by lunchtime, I was like hankering for something a little bit higher fat. And of course I eat to hunger and I try to listen to my body, but there's this really delicate balance between listening to what your body actually needs and just letting the acclimation happen. So like, for example, if you're eating a regular high carb diet and you go keto, you might think listening to my body is going and eating all of the carbs and all of the junk food that you're craving. And that's not exactly what I mean when I say listening to your body, or how I like to listen to my body. You just have to balance it between like actual bodily needs, like if you actually need more calories, if you actually need more fat, and then also just taking the time to let your body adjust. So I'm trying to be aware of what my body is telling me, but then also a little bit slow in like jumping from one decision to the next, one decision to the next. So I was kind of starting to feel like, oh man, I really need some fat in my meal at lunch, but I was like, I'm just going to push through for a day or two and see how it goes. And of course I was like, I'll, change it if I feel like I need to. But it just took, I think, a day where I felt like I was kind of pushing through. And even on that day, by like 3 or 4 in the afternoon, when I was starting to think towards making dinner, like my one regular higher fat dinner, I was not actually hungry anymore. So I ate my lean meal and I was like, not completely satisfied. Like, I really would like some fat with my meal, but I pushed through. And then by, 3 or 4 in the afternoon, when it was actually time to eat the higher fat meal, I was not feeling hungry. I wasn't having those cravings anymore. So pushing through worked out fine. And then after that, I feel like, are you the king of the mountain?
No, I'm king of road.
You look like the king of the mud.
I was trying to get to the castle.
Oh, okay. Okay. So anyways, the next day after that, I was at lunchtime, I wasn't having those same cravings anymore, and I was totally fine with my lean meal. And the same thing happened in my evening meal. By the time I was cooking dinner and ready to eat my regular meal, I was having no cravings whatsoever. And I was like, oh, this is easy. I could totally just make this a lean day and not eat any fat for the evening. But of course I did, because that's the experiment I'm doing, and it tasted delicious. So that's kind of been my transition. It did take a little bit, and I'm trying to do that balance of listening to my body versus, allowing my body to adjust to something different, because your body does kind of get into grooves with things. And if you eat at a certain time or eat a certain way at a certain time, your body gets used to it. And then when you switch it up, your body can revolt a little bit until it gets used to it. Now I think things are going well. I'm not worried that, I'm messing anything up. I always keep a really close eye on my SHMEC. I've talked about that a lot, and that is from Jade Teta. He coined the term SHMEC. It stands for sleep, hunger, mood, energy, and cravings. And it's just a really good way to... Izzy's the king of the mountain now? Yeah. It's a really good way to just assess yourself and assess how is what I'm doing affecting my body. And this is, totally apart from the scale. Sometimes it's easy to get sucked into just using the scale as your metric. And if it's up, it's bad. If it's down, it's good. But there are so many other things that your body can tell you, so many other ways that your body can talk to you. And I just think the SHMEC acronym is just so on point. So as I am doing this, I'm keeping an eye on all of those things. And aside from those little adjustments at the beginning, things have been going fine. My sleep is still good. My mood is still pretty good, I think. You could ask my husband, ask my kids. As far as weight, my weight has not changed. I've still been bouncing around right in the high 140s to the low 150s, like 149 to 151. That's been my range all of February when I was, maintaining, and that was great. And that's still where I have been all week. And since I did start slow and I'm just kind of getting acclimated, I wasn't expecting a lot of weight loss the first week anyway. So nothing to report there, but I'm just going to keep on pushing on. And since I do feel like I'm acclimated now, hopefully this next upcoming week will be more of a true, like, full week of doing this, and we'll see. In my what I eat in a day video that I did, my calories ended up being pretty low that day, in like 1300 range. And that's pretty low for me for doing it every day. When I do my lean days, of course, they're lower than that, but I never do back-to-back lean days. I always have at least one regular day after a lean day. So like I said in that video, I'm going to keep an eye on my calories, and if they tend to be that low every day, I might make some adjustments. I might throw in a full regular day every once in a while, or throw in a day where I eat a regular lunch and dinner. I'm just going to really keep an eye on it. But it seems like that day was just on the lower end, and I've been having other days where I'm on the higher end. One day was as high as 1700 calories because I was just really hungry in the evening and ended up eating a lot more in my regular one meal. So I think it's going to balance out. I don't think I'm going to perpetually be in that low of a calorie state, but if I were to be, I would make some adjustments. So I think that is all for the update on my week 1 PrOMAD experiment. Definitely not OMAD, PrOMAD, very different from OMAD. But that is it from me on this Wellness Wednesday. I hope you guys are doing well. If you have nice weather like we have here, hopefully you're getting out and enjoying it. That's something that's so important for wellness, for me, just getting outside and enjoying the sunshine. And I'm just so excited for winter to be done. I love winter for a lot of reasons, but I always love when it's over. So thanks so much for watching, and I will see you again in another video. How's the mud, Levi?
Good.
Yeah, what you doing?
I'm making my truck on it.
You making your truck go in the mud?
Yeah. Oh no, we're stuck.
What's gonna happen? Oh no!